This week, I came home from a trip and I wanted to see what was in the news. And I was in the news. Whoa, I was on my way back from a quick trip to Taipei and I got word that my being named to the Country Music Association Foundation Board had resulted in a firestorm of controversy from a couple of people in the music business who were outraged because they detested my politics and my faith. Well, the flight home from Taipei was frankly longer than my tenure on the CMA Foundation Board. Heck, Anthony Scaramucci lasted longer at the White House than I lasted on the Foundation Board. Guys, I was in and out like a 24-hour virus. Well, I was asked to be on the CMA Foundation Board because of my decades of being a strong advocate for music and arts for kids in schools. I pushed for legislation in Arkansas that mandated music and art education for every child in K through 12. We started a program that put instruments in the hands of kids whose parents couldn't afford the rent or purchase of a musical instrument. And I worked nationally for years to raise funds as well as awareness for music and arts programs. Now, not wanting to be a distraction or detriment to the very valuable work and good people of the foundation, I just jumped off the plane without a parachute. Sadly, the CMA Foundation Board got bullied by a couple of music industry executives who were gay, and they thought that my support of traditional biblical marriage was unacceptable. The individual who complained about me said I didn't want him or his family in America. Now, frankly, I have no idea what that means. I don't know him or his family. I certainly don't hate them, because I don't even know them. In fact, I'd love to invite that person, seriously, to have a cup of coffee or dinner with me. I'll even pay. Truth is, I don't hate anybody. Hate and anger and bitterness strip a person of strength and joy. And folks, at my age, I need both of them, and a lot of it. So, now the protesters further cited my membership in the NRA as making me radioactive. And they threatened to not only stop their support of the CMA, but they said they wouldn't allow the artists they represented to be a part either. So the message is, hate wins. How sad that those who say love practice hate. Those who demand tolerance practice intolerance. And those who advocate diversity actually require conformity to their views or else. Now, if those protesting my being on the board really loved kids as much as they detested me, we'd be working together, helping a whole lot of kids despite differences of faith or politics. But the new norm is not for people to respectfully disagree, but to try and end the liberty and even the livelihood of people with whom they disagree. Here's the truth. I didn't join the CMA Foundation Board to be controversial. No, I did it because of my own story. Music changed my life. I grew up dirt poor in South Arkansas. No male upstream from me and my entire family ever even graduated from high school. I had no reason to believe that my life would consist of anything but scratching out a meager living and hoping to pay the rent in a house that I would never own, just as generations before me had done. Music changed that. The gift of an electric guitar by my parents when I was 11 put in my hands a future. It took my parents a year to pay for the $99 guitar they bought from the JCPenney catalog. Now, granted, I was never good enough to make a full-time living at music, but the confidence I gained by playing and being in front of people and competing against myself and the low expectations that I grew up with was transformative. Most of the people I know in the music business are God-fearing, patriotic, family-focused people, truly grateful to be able to make a living at something that they love. I'm grateful for each of you, and I pledge to keep trying to help kids get instruments and learn how to play music. Now, on this show, I don't play music with some of our guest artists because I'm good at it. I do it to encourage people to pick up a guitar or a trumpet or some form of music and make music with people. It's certainly better than picking up a knife, a gun, or a bomb and hurting people. I think that's better. A true love for kids and music could fix a whole lot of what's wrong with this country. And please don't let your politics or your faith or lack thereof keep you from loving life and the people around you. Now, many of you watching have been so very supportive of me, some even sending their criticism to the CMA Foundation Board. Well, I thank you for your support, I truly do. But let me ask a favor. Rather than sending critiques to the foundation, let's help them succeed in their goal. That's to help kids. I encourage you to do something to help make music accessible and affordable to young boys and girls. Let's turn a couple of lemons in the music business into a whole big pitcher of lemonade.
Why can't